Madison and her friends want their snowman to be 10 feet tall. If the bottom ball is 5 feet tall and the middle ball is 3 feet tall, how tall will the top ball or head of the snowman need to be? So it's a situation that they can possibly find themselves in, unless you know they live down here in Texas, and then we use our imaginations. But I want you to watch Wyatt. Wyatt is 6 years old, and he is in first grade. Watch him kind of reason through with his math stackers this problem. How could you use your math stackers to kind of build like a model of the snowman, kind of, right? So how big was the bottom ball? Do you remember? Or do you want to look back at the problem?
5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet. What can you use to show 5 feet? Can you stack it up? There you go. All right. And now the middle ball is 3 feet tall. Nice. Now, how tall do they want the whole snowman to be?
10 feet.
Can you put a 10 next to it? Can you kind of tilt it too? Let's kind of turn it a little bit, either so you can see it or they. Okay, that's awesome. So can you tell how tall does the top ball or the head of the snowman need to be? How can you tell? Tell me.
2 more feet.
Why?
Because there's 2 more blocks.
Oh, with your finger. So are you talking? Can you turn it to where maybe we can show? I know. Oh, nice. That was some good turning. Where do you see the 2?
Right here.
Right there. Okay, put it on there. Nice. Wyatt. What a perfectly built snowman you did. Yeah. Awesome job. Thanks for sharing your thinking. Okay. So he had a problem in front of him that he had to solve. I want to ask you this. In building this, what math concepts are kids utilizing to solve this real world situation? So he figured out we have 5 feet. We've got 3 feet more. I need it to be 10 feet. And for those of us, if there's anybody new, because we did invite everybody to come here with us today, what Wyatt is looking at are these notch sections here. And he said, oh, there's 2. And we asked, well, 2 what? There's 2 more to complete that 10, right? 5, 3, and 2. What concepts are students using whenever they figure this out? So one thing that I love is they're seeing addition as the action of combining. So he is putting that 5 and 3 together because that's already constructed, right? We have a total of 8. And then we need to know, well, how much more do we need? What's the difference between the total that is given in here, right? The total goal and what we have. And he found the difference between 10 and 5 and 3, or 10 and 8, is 2. So we do see some connection between addition and subtraction in the same problem. What math language can we model or encourage, or what questions could we ask our students about this? I want you to put this in the chat. So what math language are we wanting to see from our students? And what I love too is when you do this in a small group of students, so like 4 kids or something, you know, at your teacher table, I love when they start bouncing ideas off of each other. So we can connect this to the equations. So when we stack 5 and 3, why are we doing that? Because we're adding. 5 and 3 is what? Is 8. You can always grab one of these over here and come in. And so now we're really looking at the difference between 10 and 8 to figure out what size head are we going to have for our snowman. So you put it up there, and 2 is what we are looking for. What if our kiddos are stuck? how could we lower the floor for them? Georgiana, you see part whole. When they're a concept that they're learning. That is absolutely true, right? And if this were one thing I always love showing with your math stackers so that you know that you can drag these out. Well, hopefully they're always out, but have them out for your part total lesson. So if they even want to do it this way, that's weird to build a snowman red on its side. So we have 5 and 3. What's the part that's missing? It is the 2. Okay. Ashley, you agree. Cheryl, you say, how many more? How many more do we need as far as a concept? Amy, composing 10. I love it. Ashley, you agree, making 10. Thomas, you say 5 and 3 combined make 8. Perfect. Yes. And I love it that they see these operations in a context. Do I have it over here? No, that's the next one. Okay. They see it in a context. So you're able to see that I have a 5-foot snowball, a 3-foot snowball. All together, I have 8 feet. So they're seeing it as an action, and addition is an action. So it's pulling the whole concept of what addition is to their physical movements. Gina, you say how many more? How many fewer than 10? I love that. Okay. Great job, guys. Now, going back to this, what if our kiddos are stuck? How could we lower the floor? Meaning, if they're here and they're like, I don't know, I don't get that I can put, or I always like to watch their actions. Are they just guessing? Are we just like picking up random blocks and putting it here to see if it fits? Then I can say, okay, we need to have maybe a discussion about what's going on. So you had 5, 1, and we always like to use that 1-to-1 correspondence on here. I've kind of got my notes about it on the back of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 and 3 is 8. How many more? I just counted these. Oh, can't see. I just counted these notched sides. I have a total of 8, and I'm missing 1, 2, and I can feel them. So we have 8 and 2. You can do it by feel, or you can grab your 1 blocks. So you have 8, 9, 10, and then we can get that we added on to, there's a difference of 2 when we are comparing 10 and 8. So we know the head of the snowman has to be 2 feet tall. Okay. If they are ready for deeper thinking, how could we raise the ceiling? One thing that I love is always connecting it to those equations. So we can write down the equations. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 10 minus 8 equals 2. We could also modify the values, of course. If we have students that are ready for more, we can make like, we're going for the world's tallest snowman. To beat the record, it needs to be 20 feet tall, or whatever is like appropriate for your students' goals and your students' current understanding to push them slightly more. You can always modify it that way and meet their needs as well. Where in the world can I find all of these resources? So I'm going to head into Math Stackers U and show you exactly where to go. We got all sorts of stuff in here. I'm going to head down first to the stuff that we talked about. We are in exclusive Math Stackers U webinars. I have a coming soon thing. So I'm going to load this actually up tonight. I'm going to try, or very early in the morning. So all of you that are here tonight and have your learning system and already are in Math Stackers U, this will be ready hopefully by tomorrow. My goal is to 100% have it ready to go and accessible by 10 a.m. Okay. We're going to come on down. There's so much that we have for you in Math Stackers. I'll tell you a little bit about all of this just to make sure if you're new to Math Stackers, you know where to go. Problem solving for grades K through 2nd. You see this right here? Each one of these is a video. I put the 3 that we talked about today in the front. You can watch those in full length, not just a smaller clip. And then we have all sorts of other situations, problem solving situations. And in each one of these, so here's our building a snowman one. If you click on it, there we go. I'm going to come down here. It tells you a little bit about what's covered, the concepts in that description or the overview. Did you see that attachments tab? I'm kind of circling it. So here is your overview, the attachments. You can click this building a snowman download, and that card, that basically that image, oh, it's this. Here, I can just show you. And you'll print off this. Oh, you can't see me, can you? Okay, I'll show you when we come back what it is. But there's a station card with that problem on it that you can print out and share with your kiddos and do that. And they all have one of those. Each of these problem solving videos down here have, it's not really loading. Are we still here? Let's see. Ay caramba. Anyway, these will pop back up. We also have guest experts where I bring in educators like Leona Wilkes. She's going to do one for us in the future. She's working on some awesome stuff. We've had Maria Mercedes Champion. We've had Teacher Tricks ×2. We've had Mr. Greg of the Kindergarten Smorgasbord, and Katie and Stacy are Teacher Tricks ×2. These are awesome educators that use math stackers in their classrooms. These are full sessions, guys, that you can click and that you can access the downloads from that session and use them in your class that day. I've got a Build Math Thinkers webinar series. It starts with addition, builds with subtraction, multiplication, and fractions. Those are a great introductory to the discovery guide videos. So our discovery guide that comes with our learning system, that's the one with the blocks, right? And our written works that come with it. Each of these is a video of each level in the discovery guide. And each of them has a station card that you can print off and do with your kiddos. And it goes all the way up to adding fractions. And you can see like the same two kiddos that did addition, did subtraction. You'll see their reasoning build each level. Same two kiddos from multiplication, fractions, and adding fractions. You see their reasoning build. And then we have these exclusive Math Stackers U webinars, just like you're in today. This one's going to be loaded up. But here is that graphing one, the first one right here. It is an hour and a half. This is where you will find that graph paper. We have a ton of resources in here. Foldable station cards, all different types of situations involving graphing. You can find it in there. And there's full-length kid videos. So when we did these with a small group of students, we filmed it so you can see their real reaction, their real confusion, their real success and extra thinking, all of it. You can just see how it naturally happens. Place value, pattern challenges, multiplication, and then we'll load up the 2 from this week. Those will be on there. If we have some pre-K teachers, I know we do, here with us today. We have 12 of our 20 early learning book activities. This is the book that comes with our learning systems, videos of kids doing that. And then, of course, we have our problem solving for 3rd through 5th grade on here. And we have some pattern extension challenges. And we've got some fun new types of challenges that we're going to be doing this spring with you guys. So much is in Math Stackers U. You guys, we hear all the time about people who are in there utilizing all of this stuff because we want to make sure that when you invest in a Math Stackers learning system, you are equipped to use this every day. So if you have a number reasoning type concept that you are investigating, trying to discover, Math Stackers has got you. If you're wondering like, wait a minute, do I have Math Stackers U access? The number one question to ask yourself is, do I have a Math Stackers learning system? If you have not yet invested in a Math Stackers learning system, you're not in Math Stackers U because it's the only way to get in there. So head to mathstackers.com, load up your classroom with a Math Stackers learning system. Tell your principal, let's get it into your grade level. Let's get it across your school and your district so that your kiddos can be building this math thinking and having access to all the resources in Math Stackers U. And the only place you can get Math Stackers learning systems is mathstackers.com. We don't sell them anywhere else. So make sure you're getting Math Stackers learning system from mathstackers.com.